Finished. All done and dusted. Zafira gone. And I'm on home. Bye bye. Bye bye. So let's drive the new car home. Land Rover Discovery Sport HSE Black. Well, I'm back. So, first impressions are what? Looks good. This is my 1 week update of buying an approved used Land Rover Discovery Sport. This is a HSE Black model. So I've owned it for 1 week and this is what you can expect. I bought it from Hunters in Chester, which is a 2.5 hour drive. So this is what you can expect after 1 week's ownership. Firstly, approved used. They handed me a booklet that was empty because it had no documentation in it, and they promised they would email me stuff like the 165 point check, which I never got sight of before I bought it. In fact, they only emailed it me yesterday, so I can mention in this book. And it's a grainy PDF which I'll show you. Also, they emailed me the service history before they took ownership of it, so it's got nothing on it, and that's about it. Didn't get any mileage check or anything like that. So documentation wise is pretty weak, and the certificate should be coming in about another week's time, the warranty certificate. So what else did the Chesters follow up on since I bought it? What other promises did they make? Well, there was that rip there in the fabric. I noticed when I was buying it. Despite several emails and phone calls, nothing's happened. They just keep saying, oh, I'm going to call and arrange it. It's 1 week on, they've not called and arranged anything. So the first tip is, when buying approved used, make sure you see sight of the approved used booklet that is populated with stuff like the 165 point check, mileage check, and service history. So afterwards they're a pain in the ass getting stuff out of them. And also, if you notice any repairs, or despite promises made, nothing happened. It's only a minor thing, but that's the first thing I noticed when I opened the door. The dealer kept saying, look up at the sunroof, look up, so I don't see the rip. So the 165 point check mentioned one item, mentioned that there's an offside noise coming from the offside, which is pretty that area, front offside, and that area. And when I was driving it, doing the test drive, there was like a rattling noise, like a low, coming from this area here, which the dealer showed me was the number plate at the back rattling. You know, the temporary number plates, one at the front, one at the back, and he's saying that's what's making the noise. So what? I had so many things to think of, I just let it go. I didn't. No, he convinced me. Well, there is a noise coming, and from what I've determined, it's to do with the trim. See? And it's not one thing, it's not so bad here. Oh, look, that's it, look. You hear it? See, it moves. This Discovery Sport trims are very weak. Then it's more apparent on that side than this side. So you do get some kind of noise in these cars. It's like a slight rattling. It's not one thing, it's like these as well. The seat belts when you're driving, especially if it's not pushed down behind this cloth, when you get more noise. So it's like lots of little things like that that results in a noise, and there's more so coming from that side, so it's probably got a weaker trim, which we'll have a look at. See? Did you hear that? Look, when you're driving, it's going to be flexing. It's like this. Let's just listen to the noise. It's like that. You got a little thingy noise. Like that when you're moving. So it's like through use, the seat belts have become slightly loose, so they're more prone to rattling. Maybe you can tighten them up. Maybe the way of tightening, especially the seat belts left like that. See, when you're driving, you get a little rattling noise. So if you're getting a rattling noise, it's because of the trim and the seat belts and the seats. You might want to play around with the positioning, move them forward and adjust them so there's less contact between the seat belts. That should help get rid of the noise. If you're experiencing noise like I am. Yeah, so that's the second point. Now for the third point, I've noticed is these trims are pretty cheap tack plastic. It's a HSE black, just plastic. What it looks like is they come off. Just look at the gap. So the part of the noise could be down to this. Also this one, it looks like it's been put on because it's not on properly. No, if someone who's only owned a car for 1 week can notice that this is not on properly. See, look, the plastic bit's not over the lip. This one's under, this one's over. So obviously this one should be over the lip, so they've not put it in properly. So they probably replaced it or something. Or it came off at some point. Look, there's a gap. Cheap tack, which means you can get up, see? See, look? Little pull in it. They're not put it on properly. I don't know if I can do it myself. Cheap tack. Trimming. Obviously they don't pay attention to detail, because this should be on properly. Yeah. 165 point check apparently missed this. What's obvious to a amateur. I'll show you what it's supposed to be like on the other side. Yeah, see? That's what it's supposed to be like. You're gonna get slightly loose, but that's where you get your rattle up. Some gap, maybe you need to put something in there. This is how it's supposed to be, over the lip. Instead, that's under on the other side. And that's how you get some rattling noise. So all of these little things contribute towards the noise. Maybe, in fact, maybe there was a noise coming from that side, and to get rid of it they pulled it up and flicked it on under so it's less movement. I suppose I could put something in there to stop it from rattling. Oh, when you're driving it's going to do this. Now let's take a look at fuel consumption. So now let's check the fuel gauge. I've not driven it much. Put the ignition on. Okay, it was 13,330 miles when I filled it up. Oh, that's the tank, 100% full. All it took was 37.5 litres. It says 326 miles. So it hasn't got much of a petrol or diesel tank. From 83 to 326 full, 37.5 litres. So what they say is true, they don't have much of a tank. At Morrison's petrol station, and the estimated mileage was 326. Now it's 274, so it's gone down 52 miles. It's gone down. I've been driving in the city whilst the miles has gone up 32. So the gauge has gone down 56 and the miles has gone up by 32, so that's nearly half what it's supposed to. But this is for city driving in cold weather. It's 1st of December, so it's cold. Well, it's 7C, it says outside. It's been freezing as well. The fuel economy is rubbish, and this is on eco. Instead of driving 56 miles, according to the estimate, it's done 32. That's nearly half. Yeah, nearly half. Of course. So fuel economy is rubbish. Luckily for me, especially for city driving, well, lucky for me, I don't drive much. I've done 32 miles in a week since I topped it up, filled it up. So that's my 1 week update of buying a Land Rover Discovery Sport. Of what to expect from buying from a dealer. Firstly, they're not going to be any much better than any ordinary dealer. You know, main dealer doesn't make much difference. They still try and play around with you, mess you around, not following through on promises. Like repair, the pain in the ass. They promised they would get it done and they haven't. I'm not going to run around chasing after them. They can watch this video and make up their own minds of why they didn't do it. If you're gonna, my best advice to dealers like hunters is, if you're going to promise to do something, then do it. Yeah. Again, that rattling noise. Yeah, there's a rattling noise, but I've figured out what it is. And they've not paid attention to detail like on the trim on this door. You know, even a novice can see there's a problem. Am I disappointed? The car looks fine, drives okay, only that fuel consumption is a lot higher. I've done 32 miles and 24% of the tank's gone. Also, I should have got sighted the 165 point check, which mentions the noise, and there's something scribbled out on it, but as I'll show you. And it's a grainy copy emailed. I should have got a hard copy. I should have got the certificate. I should have got the mileage check. Should have got everything. But I didn't. I got an empty approved booklet because I paid and got it at the end. You don't want it. My best tip is not to pay until you see the approved booklet populated with everything that's supposed to be in it. Don't pay. See the 165 point multi-check and see what it says on it. You can't trust even a main dealer. Land Rover main dealer. However, as far as I can tell, there's nothing wrong with the car apart from its lot higher, you know, fuel consumption, which is how you would expect. You wouldn't expect anything to be wrong with a 15-month-old Land Rover Discovery Sport. It's only 15 months old, not a 10-year-old car. You know, it's still under warranty. I'll update again in another week's time or longer, depending on when I get my warranty certificate. See what that says when I read it. I left the light on. Yeah. So that's my 1 week update of a Land Rover Discovery Sport. Of what to expect when buying from a main dealer. Do subscribe for my future updates and videos, so you know what to expect when buying an approved used Land Rover Discovery Sport, what to look out for and what to ask questions at the dealer before you pay. You want to see the 165 point check, because there'll be stuff written on it. That's important. There's no point receiving it a week after you've paid, as I did. Learn from my mistakes and you'll have a better buying experience.